Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Sam, aka Mr. Phibbs, and this is a breakdown of how I made my song Spend.
Are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide? Are you gonna give me the chance to make you mine? I'm just trying to find the one.
So, up to this point of making the second EP, I've just been doing a lot of just like straight up rap, hip hop stuff, but I wanted to, kind of tap into my love and appreciation for R&B as well, both old and new R&B. So at the time, I was listening to a lot of Ella Mai. I was listening to Bryson Tiller and Lucky Day, and even some of the older R&B stuff from like Usher and Justin Timberlake. And so I wanted to, make an R&B song, and I came in and got this Rhodes plugin kind of going on my MIDI keyboard, and that's where the intro came from. So this was inspired in particular by this one song by Ella Mai called "Everything," featuring John Legend, and it has this really nice piano intro, just little plucks of the Rhodes, and it just sounds really good. So that was my inspiration for the intro of the song. And then also in the intro, buried pretty far in the background, is my beatbox. It's very, very subtle, but I put that in the background just because without it, it's kind of hard to catch on to the beat and kind of the rhythm of the intro. So that's why I added not only the beatbox, but the snaps as well. It kind of keeps you on beat. Also in the intro, I added my the vinyl crackle sound effect in the background, just to kind of give it some extra texture. Right. So for the verse, it's pretty simple. I mean, I just have a kick and a snap. I have a little bass guitar in the background. And then I also have these. I don't really know what the official name of it is, but these little percussion hits that you would hear a lot in like older R&B. Sounds like this. It's a small detail, but I wanted to add that in. And then something that is pretty prominent in the verse is this breath that you hear in the background. And on the track, there's like this like kind of going on beat to, I guess kind of add to the, sensual nature of the song. So I wanted to put that in this as well. And literally that's just all it is. It's just me just like breathing on beat. Then when we get to the pre-chorus, I just added some very, very simple hi-hats. And I guess I'll go ahead and address this one sound effect that is used quite a bit throughout the song. It's this little sound here. And basically, that's like a stock vocal sound effect in FL Studio. It's just a guy saying go.
Go.
But then if I add a few filters on there, pitch it up, and then reverse it, it sounds like this. So the beat pattern that I just addressed that's used in the verse and in the pre-chorus, that pretty much takes up the first chorus. But we're going to build on that as the song progresses. I remember I saw this one interview with Charlie Puth, and he was talking about, adding something new in every chorus to just kind of give the ear kind of more to play with, because you don't want two choruses, you know, structurally sounding exactly the same. It's just kind of boring. For the pre on the second verse, you got the beauty of Madison, body like Addison part, which by the way is beauty like Madison, body like Addison. I'm not saying booty like Madison. Madison being a reference to Madison Beer, Addison being a reference to Addison Rae. Right. All right. So now when we get into the second chorus, we're going to kick up the beat a bit. So we go from a kick and a snap to now a kick and a snare, and also kind of add some more hi-hats in there, some more open hats as opposed to closed hats. Sounds like this. And it kind of proposed a bit of a challenge to find a good snare. It really took me a while because nothing really fit with what I was trying to accomplish. Like I had in my head like what I wanted the snare to sound like, but you know, I just went through pages and pages of snares. Nothing sounded right. And then I thought about the Kissland album by The Weeknd, and kind of listened to a few songs on that album, and you know, thought about the snares used on those songs, and you know, just wanted something, you know, very big and like full and atmospheric and with a lot of reverb on it. So I finally came across this snare. Kind of sounds like a gunshot. And then once again, we have a bass guitar in the chorus. It sounds like this. All right, so now to the strings, which is personally my favorite part. I love using strings. I'm a big fan of soundtrack and orchestras, and so I put the strings in there just to kind of see what it would sound like, and it actually sounded really good. So this is the string progression right here. And then also in the chorus is this synthesizer. Sounds very, very 80s. And now I guess I'll talk about the vocals. So you want to layer your vocals because that's just going to make it, you know, sound more full. And then you want to kind of make each vocal track kind of sound different, whether it's, you know, in what octave you're singing, or maybe the way you sing it, just to kind of add some variety. But for this song in particular, I really just use three main vocal tracks. The first one was a low vocal, kind of a bass vocal, and I was literally almost just like speaking the chorus. So, are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide? Just almost like in my talking register. And then we have one a little bit higher, and that's the more prominent one that you hear in the track. The "Are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide?" And then another trick I learned from Charlie Puth is adding a whisper track, and this just kind of gives it a little more texture. Are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide? You have all of these kind of put together, and it sounds like this.
Are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide? Are you gonna give me the chance to make you mine?
And then going from the third verse into the final chorus, which, you know, you want to make the final chorus as big as you possibly can. So everything, you know, in the beginning part of the track, it's all kind of building to this last kind of climax section of the song. So I wanted the build up to be, you know, to have like a lot of energy. So I made this a little bit here, which is almost kind of sounds like tribal drums, and then you have those hip hop snares that I used earlier in the transitions, and then I just have this simple riser here that kind of goes into a crash cymbal. I added another synthesizer. It's just playing like one chord at a time. It's very spaced out. Sounds like this. Also in the last chorus, you hear very faintly in the background these little hip hop chants, very, very old school hip hop. There's this other vocal kind of used throughout the song that that you might catch is pretty buried in the background, but sounds like this. And sometimes, you know, you have a certain sound that you want in your song, but you don't have just like a stock sound that, you know, that mimics that. So you kind of have to create it. So for this sound in particular, I think it was literally just me saying like, yeah, and then just pitch it down and add a little muffler on it. Sounds like this. And I think that's pretty much it. That's how I made Spend.
Are you gonna come through? Are you gonna slide? Are you gonna give me the chance to make you mine?